Uko Chukwu. Now the same people. Now the same people.
Who's funding your...
Uko Chukwu.
And there was an implication.
Now the same people.
Journalist was asking, my friend, please, very, very observant guy. He observed that.
Uko Chukwu. Now the same people.
And there was an implication to his comment. The journalist was asking, my friend, please, very, very observant guy. He observed that. He said, no, when someone else was being interviewed, I don't ask him, how do you survive in all these things? He said, the Biafran people sustain me. Please said he had expected him to say, I run a business, a law firm, I do this, I do that. But he said the Biafran people sustain him.
Who's funding you and your organization?
Biafra people are funding my organization.
Not the Tinubu party.
I have nothing to do with Tinubu. And you know, it's very funny. A lot of people say,
who's funding you and your organization?
Biafra people are funding my organization.
Not the Tinubu party.
I have nothing to do with Tinubu. And you know, it's very funny. A lot of people say he has put his hand in the deal. I'm not accusing him. I'm saying, if it is true, by his comment that Biafrans are sustaining him, if it is true, that means either through his super chat, which is good, thank God for that. That is different. But beyond that, if it has to involve maybe him using some of the money to sustain himself because of the hard work he's doing, I understand that too.
Uko Chukwu na the same people. Pastor Ndi Ishi Ojii. You know, these people are pushing me back to where I was before, where I was really tackling these criminal altar bandits. Altar. Ndano ni altar. Then water. Ori nke ha karere nke ndị bu egbe. From Okema, I have said before that I was not going to mention his name again. I was not going to attack him or say anything about him. I want us to focus and allow the dragon to do the needful for us to get to El Dorado. But can you imagine this nonsense? Can you just imagine this nonsense? The interview that Simon granted to Arise News, the UK department, that interview generated a lot of attention. A lot. It brought Biafra subjects, Biafra topic to the limelight, to the extent that they had to bring it down. I don't know what YouTube saw in that interview. YouTube gave one of the strike I got was because of that interview. YouTube brought it down. Yeah, somebody asked me to bring him in. I don't know. I don't have time. IPOB newspaper review. I don't have time to bring in. I have only 10 minutes. Please, this evening, by the grace of God Almighty, let's do this because I want us to do a profound, topic. Remember yesterday, I'm here to show us the video of Adeboye, where he was baptizing Tinubu with Abraham. But this one shocked me. Interview, this man asked Simon Ekpa, who is funding your organization? Who is funding your organization? Organization. But for you to know that every black pastor, every Uko Chukwu, Ndi Ishi Ojii, every pastor from African descent, their own mind is what they will gain. Their own mind is wealth and money. Their own mind is their stomach infrastructure. He now, Emeka Livingstone, change who is sponsoring your organization. He changed it to who is sustaining you. Let me play it again. So there was no question directly to Simon there. It was directly to IPOB, who is sponsoring your organization. The organization that Simon Ekpa represents is IPOB. Who is? Let's hear it. Let's hear it. Listen.
And there was an implication to his comment. The journalist was asking, my friend, please, very, very observant guy. He observed that.
Now, he said very observant guy. Out of that interview, out of all that interview, That was very powerful. The only place Emeka Livingstone could pick out was a place where he wants to lie against Simon about money. You see that Emeka Livingstone is evil. Not just Emeka Livingstone. Pastor Ndi Ishi Ojii, Uko Chukwu, not the same people. Not the same people. Pastor Ndi Ishi Ojii, they are so evil. Very evil. Money conscious, mammon worshippers, lovers of money, stomach infrastructure. They are so carried away by wealth. They don't care about reformation and restoration. It's all about them, their own. All they care about is their stomach. What they will eat. What they will eat, what they will swallow in their pot bellies. They will tell you about fasting, but they don't fast. They will tell you about prayer, but they don't pray. They are full of dead men bones. That's what Christ called them. Dead men bones. Whitewashed sepulchre. Go and read Matthew chapter 23. You will understand the type of this man. Look at the question here. Very simple question. And what beats my imagination is, why did Emeka Livingstone, out of all that interview, that was the only place he could pick out to criticize Simon? Tell me, what has criticizing Simon now got to do with Biafra restoration? If you disagree with Mazi Simon's modus operandi, suddenly, why not begin your own modus operandi? However you want it. And get Biafra. Why must you wake up now with your display? I just don't want to use bad languages. Ndi Ishi Ojii, Uko Chukwu, TUFIAKWA. I'm telling you, we really need to address this issue of religious leaders. Do not add pastor to this man's name. Because when you add pastor to his name, is an insult to honest and sincere pastors. Such a human being, a man like this with the black mind like this, pastor, add that to it. You are insulting genuine pastors. This guy is a freelance, hungry man. Onya Fonshi. Hungry dingbat. A lying charlatan. Can you believe that? Out of that interview, this guy at that peak here, just that place. For what reason? I can't explain. I cannot explain. Do you understand what I mean? Emeka Livingstone, you are such a pathetic evil. I am sorry. I didn't want to address this. I am not. Honestly, it beats my imagination how God help me use a good word so that in the block my channel. Ndi Ishi Ojii, evil. Look why you JP listen to the question and my question. Why did you go of all that interview and pick out this particular part? Nigeria, who is sponsoring? Listen to the question and see how he twisted it.
There was an implication to his comment. The journalist was asking, my friend, please, very, very observant guy. He observed that. He said, no, when someone else was being interviewed, I don't ask him, how do you survive?
You see? How do you survive? Listen to how he's twisting it. The man asked him, how do you survive? To a black man, to Ndi Ishi Ojii pastor, it is all about surviving. And the surviving is talking about his stomach. Agoro, hungry. They are the same type of people that when we say sit at home, they will tell you what will the people eat. This one is just hiding under autopilot, pretending as if he's supporting sit at home. Is a lie. Hungry. Listen to how he twisted it. Listen.
The journalist was asking, my friend, please, very, very observant guy. He observed that. He said, no, when someone else was being interviewed, I don't ask him, how do you survive? These things. He said, the Biafran people sustain me. He said he had expected him to say, I run a business, a law firm, I do this, I do that. But he said the Biafran people sustain him.
Who's funding you and your organization?
Biafra people are funding my organization.
Not the Tinubu party.
I have nothing to do with Tinubu. And you know, it's very funny. A lot of people say,
who's funding you and your organization?
Biafra people are funding my organization.
Not the Tinubu party.
I have not.
Biafran people are funding my organization. The question is, who is funding your organization? Who is funding your organization? Because the man was interested in knowing who is funding IPOB. And Simon Ekpa told him blatantly, Biafran people are funding my organization. It is all about organization. It has nothing to do with Simon Ekpa. Simon Ekpa is on his own a complete fulfilled man. A complete fulfilled man that runs a law firm. But this evil pastor, oh, why am I adding pastor to his name? This evil Livingstone, who is calling himself a pastor, bunch of evil, bunch of evil. I'm telling you, how else can you describe an evil man? He is so vile and disgusting. Listen to how he's saying it. Listen to how Emeka Livingstone is saying this thing.
And there was an implication to his comment. The journalist was asking, my friend, please, very, very observant guy. He observed that. He said, no, when someone else was being interviewed, I asked him, how do you survive?
You see how he twisted it quickly? That the man asked him, how do you survive? Was there any question about how do you survive to Simon Ekpa? We are going to address this thing this evening, and everybody will come in and make their own comment and contribution. And this Emeka Livingstone, I am inviting him also to come and tell us how on earth should he come out and twist the narrative. This is a point we have gained. This is the victory shot we got. We fired a victory shot with that interview. Do you know how many people watched that interview? My own brother here, Biafra U-Date, posted the video on his Facebook platform. You know how many thousands that watched it within 1 hour? Within 2 days, uncountable thousands have watched it. Only on one channel alone. Talk less of other channel. That interview. And I put it on YouTube. YouTube gave me a strike because of ordinary interview. For you to know how effective that interview was. It went far. Arise News didn't upload it. But they were using it to attack Simon Ekpa. Arise News. Husseini. You know, I'm still looking for that video of Husseini that I asked Man Simon to please give me. I'm still going to request for that video of Husseini where he was mouthing and rubbishing himself, thinking that they are rubbishing Simon Ekpa. They didn't post the video. Emeka Livingstone came to that video, took out this part, and twisted it. Twisted it. Chineka Oyoko. Eh?
He said, no, when Simon Ekpa was being interviewed, I asked him, how do you survive? You know these things.
Okay.
He said, the Biafran people sustain me. He said he had expected him to say, I run a business, a law firm, I do this, I do that.
He said he expected him to say, I run a business, a law firm. Because the question was not about his business. Had it been the man asked him, what do you do for a living? Had it been the journalist asked Simon Ekpa, what do you do for a living? How are you living personally? Then Simon Ekpa will answer him. But the question was, who is funding your organization? Who is funding your organization? That was the question. And Simon told him, Biafran people are funding my organization. And mind you, Simon Ekpa is answering on our behalf because he is Biafran spokesperson. He's not answering on his own. He's answering on the behalf of Biafran people as Biafran spokesperson. And Emeka Livingstone twisted the narrative because Ndi Ishi Ojii, Pastor Ndi Ishi Ojii, not the same people. All of them the same people. TUFIAKWA. Ndi Ishi Ojii. Pastor Ndi Ishi Ojii. Tell me how on earth does that represent what do you do for a living? How are you surviving? How do you make your money? Was that the question to Simon Ekpa? Not at all. Not at all. The question was, Who is funding your organization? Emeka Livingstone, because he's a stomach infrastructure man, because he's a carnal and worldly man, because he's not a pastor but fake, he twisted the narrative. And I need to know why. I need to know why. TUFIAKWA. TUFIA. So disgusting. So please, we are going to make this subject. I didn't want to talk about Emeka, but I'm going to use it and channel to other criminal author pastors, other criminals. You know, we are going to address them. We are going to address them. In Biafra land, there will be no room for any criminal pastor. Any pastor that change the narrative, any pastor that take advantage of Biafran people, any pastor that doesn't have a handwork, all he cares about is the tithe and offering of the people, we are going to be bringing them out in the spotlights and disgracing them. The Bible says, let him that does not walk, let him not eat. Apostle Paul was a tent maker. All the apostles, they had something doing. You cannot sit over the pulpit and be taking advantage of people, all in the name you are a pastor. It will not happen in Biafra land. We will not give room for that nonsense. We won't. I will make sure it doesn't happen. Even if nobody is giving me that ministry, I have been in that ministry before this Biafra struggle. I joined the Biafra struggle. I will face that ministry of making sure no criminal pastor is allowed. Highest tomorrow, you tell me that I'm a sinner. So you are accusing me that I like women. If I don't like women, is it men that I will like? They are the one that will tell you that they don't like women. Don't do this. But if we are going to stop them. That is why I am no longer an altar pastor. I am Pastor Vam Vam Vam. I am going to dollar Vam Vam Vam. I'll see you later tonight. May Chukwu Kabiama bless you. May God bless our leader, Mazin Namdekano. May Chukwu Kabiama bless our spokesperson, Mazin Simon Ekpa, the dragon. We move. See you later tonight. Please share this broadcast. Subscribe to the channels, please. This our new YouTube channel is not growing as fast as I expected. Please let it continue to grow. Please let it grow, because there are many things we're going to be addressing from all these channels. I'm telling you, you know, getting Biafra is one thing. Then building Biafra is another thing. This is about building Biafra. Akumana Biafra. We are not going to allow any corruption. People like Emeka Livingstone to come into Biafra and corrupt us with this evil mindset. We don't need such people. Nonsense. See you later. Thank you, Umuchineke. I love you all. Thank you so much. I'll see you later tonight, okay?